Last time on Solo Beyblade.
Oh, you can't rip a Beyblade if you can't rip a filing cabinet.
One, two.
It looks like he's improving too quickly. Had to swipe his hand out from underneath him. Cheeky bastard.
Must launch Beyblades.
Get on, Beybladers. Blade Bay X here. Last we caught up, Nanashi had just started week 3 and was doing a killer strength day. This strength day absolutely burnt out his legs, and then we followed up with a super tough functional training day that burnt out his arms using farmer carries. I could see Nanashi's strength and balance were definitely improving. If you look at exercises we did before compared to now, he's clearly making leaps and bounds, but I could also tell he needed a rest. Songkran is the Thai New Year's holiday and is, like most holidays here, a time for relaxation. After 3 weeks of hard work, I took MJ to one of my favourite local Thai massage shops to get absolutely crushed and then just chill out with some high protein ice cream. I enjoyed Songkran with my family. You may have heard of the nationwide water fight that goes on in Thailand, and this is that time. I loaded my son up on the front of my bike with his water gun, and we did laps around Fitness Street, shooting everyone as we went by and stopping every now and again to reload and join the fray. After recharging our batteries, it was back to it, and to finally smash out the 4th week of this program. I can tell you now, it was a very hard week. Okay, so we have just finished the first session, our strength day of our last week of training for Nanashi's camp. How you feeling after that one, buddy?
Not great. My stomach is churning.
So we had a bit of training to failure today and some like high explosive movements to finish off, which, yeah, he's right in thinking that it's the stomach churner can make you feel sick. But I do want to say, before the week's up, don't want to like inflate his ego too much. But on all the exercises, the weight's gone up significantly since week 1. The difficulty of the exercises is also increasing. And what is something I've really noticed, you probably won't notice through the edited videos, is the speed that Nanashi is getting through his sets has improved a lot. So speed isn't the most important thing on a strength training day, but for accumulation of gains, getting through your sets in a timely manner is important, especially when you're going from an A exercise to a B exercise. So you'll be noticing the difference in that, I'm sure, by the end of the week. So yeah, let's keep at it. I've said it already, but it really is fantastic to me how much Nanashi's balance has improved over like not even 4 full weeks of training yet. Really goes to show how much effort he's been putting into this. To be able to actually measure this, I made sure to keep a lot of the exercises in our last week the same, but to add some either higher intensity ways to drill it or to just change up some other exercises in a different way. Like partner drilling is a really good one because he's forced to work to my intensity rather than to his own, doing his own sets. Before you knew it, we're on our last explosive training day of our 4-week program, which means this is the last physical training session of the 4-week program. We still have a tournament, which is part of the 4-week camp. God, I'm going to be happy to be over with these. I say that, but I still do my explosive training every week. We're still going to be doing sprints after this. Make sure you are subscribed if you aren't already, because solo Beyblading doesn't end with this episode. I've already got everything for the next episode filmed. We have done some awesome things, but yeah,
back to the workouts. So with this explosive workout, we stuck to a lot of our key exercises we've been doing throughout this month. A lot of banded work, a lot of directional changes, stuff that's really important, so that Nanashi is fast off the start with his rips and launches and is able to maintain that for a full day of competition.
Try and jump high as you can every time. Explode. That's it. Explode, explode, explode. Halfway there already. Last exercise of your 4 weeks. Come on, everything you got. Come on. Come on. Legs lower, legs lower. Drive. Come on. Get ready, get ready, get ready. Strongest one. Time.
Oh my god.
Oh. Get on, everyone. So we've just finished the last workout of Nanashi's 4-week program. You can probably tell we're blowing out our ass. How you feeling after that one?
Today was by far the hardest day, but it was great. It's great to know that I can make it past the 4 weeks.
Yeah, I was going to ask actually, is there like a workout that sticks out in your mind as being the worst, but is that today?
Oh, definitely. And it's funny, it's not even about the training aspect. It's more of getting the medicine ball pelted at me. It hurt the most out of everything we've done this month.
To be fair, you've taken some damage the last couple of days. We did some Beyblade battles yesterday, and you copped some injuries from that one. But yeah, so we're going to do a final summary afterwards because we have another G3 tournament on Sunday to go through. This is the first one with UX parts being legal, so that'll be both of our first time competing with those. Speaking of which, actually, it's not UX, but hold this a second. As a very small token of the hard effort and work you've put in to become the strongest over these last 4 weeks, I thought I'd gift you the strongest of Beyblades. So now you got a Phoenix and a new launcher set up, and we'll build a deck ready for Sunday.
Yeah.
Let's get it, dude. Nice. Well, get on, Beybladers. Blade BX and Nanashi here. We are getting ready for a G3 tournament. We got all the stock combos here. Nanashi's been working on his athleticism the last 4 weeks, but now we've got to work on the mental game. Let's go.
Honestly, what's kind of wild is that over this past month, apart from the weekends when we're actually going to tournaments, Nanashi hasn't had a lot of time to just play Beyblades. So this was kind of like his first chance to really go through all the different stock releases. So I let him play with whatever he wanted. He decided on his deck himself. I gave advice, but there were things that he just wanted to use, like his Dran Sword on paper combo. Wasn't one of my recommendations. It's a good combo, but I just didn't think it would fit in with the meta on that day. I do think after the tournament, that is probably the combo he regrets using the most. But this is all part of the experience of the 4 weeks. Spoiler alert, for the next episode, you can see how much Nanashi really learned from these 4 weeks, taking it into a tournament. His first actual solo Beyblading tournament without me there. His first match of the day had a lot of back and forth, overfinish for overfinish, and then a kind of like tie foul round, so they had to do a rematch in the end. I'm very happy for Nanashi that he managed to steal the win in his first round. It did a lot for his confidence. He really does care about it when we get to these tournaments, because he is working hard throughout the week training with me, so I know he's putting a lot on it, and I'm really happy for him that he's doing well. Unfortunately though, those of you who caught my video covering my matches from my first G3 win will see his second match of the day, he ran into myself, and yeah, I managed to take that one. And what really happened here was not so much that I beat him in the stadium, but Nanashi had already beaten himself before we started playing. I think he's putting too much on my skills. He knows that I know his deck really well. He knows that I know his launch strats and everything like that. And I think that just kind of, he was defeated in his head before he was defeated in the stadium, essentially. So again, that's something else to learn. You know, gutted that we matched up so early on. It'd be great to like meet each other in the finals, but typically that's just not how it goes in tournament formats. Competing in various martial arts tournaments, normally when you do a tournament bracket, you try and ensure that people from the same team don't actually make it on opposite sides of the brackets to the finals against each other. So even though there aren't official teams here at this tournament, I can understand why they would try and chuck me and Nanashi in a little bit earlier against each other. So yeah, I steal this win, and then I think his confidence was just a little bit rocked for the rest of the day. So when he had his next match in the losers bracket now after this one, unfortunately he took the loss there. And as I said before, I did go on to win this tournament, which is really, really cool. Really great experience for me because just like Nanashi, I've also been training really hard and I'm putting a lot of effort into improving for these tournaments with the ultimate goal at the moment of working up to the G1 national tournament. And now with the announcements of the Southeast Asian or the East Asian, championships in Malaysia, and then the actual GP, the Asia Cup in Japan, anything is possible at the moment. So yeah, just gotta keep letting it rip, I guess. Again, a big thank you to TCG Ignition. When the tournament finished, we went for some dinner. I dropped Nanashi home. He got some rest, ready for the final day's testing. Remember, this is all about increasing Nanashi's launch power these last 4 weeks. So let's finally see what those numbers are.
Okay, Beybladers, moment of truth. We've just done Nanashi's power testing, his final one for the 4-week program we've just been doing. We are 2 days out from the G3 we did on Sunday. So let's see how strong he was launching on the day. Nice.
What did we do? Oh, wow. Oh, my.
So I purposefully, didn't let Nanashi do a power test last week. I wanted to keep a 2-week gap from his 2-week mark to now. It'll be the screen grab on screen anyway, but significant improvement. 15,151. So that's awesome. It's awesome numbers. So when we think back to it, your first set of launch power readings before we did any technique was 6,800.
Yeah, I already forgot about that.
So you've by far more than doubled that. And then after we worked on the power launching technique I wanted you to try this month, you jumped up to the 10,000s. Then after 2 weeks training, you were close to 12,000. And then you chucked 2 more weeks on top of that, a little bit of competition experience, some more practice with the technique. And yeah, we've broken 15,000. And my personal goal for you was to try and get you past the 14,000 mark. Like, I was like, if we can get past 12, amazing. But if we can get past 14, then I'm like, that'd be awesome. But yeah, 15,151. I'm going to get your kind of summary over the last 4 weeks in a minute, but just initial impressions from that. How do you feel?
Well, I wasn't expecting to break 14, to be honest. So it's amazing feeling to be able to get to 15, which was a number I thought maybe I'd reach next month or so. So yeah, that caught me off guard. Really happy about that.
Awesome, absolutely buzzing. We're going to set this up and we're going to get Nanashi's final thoughts now.
Thank you so much, everyone, for watching so far. And if you've been watching episodes 1 and 2, keeping up to date, then I really, really appreciate it. This is one of my favorite series that we're filming for the channel. I've decided to have our little chat at the end here with Nanashi in a separate video later on because we are talking here for about 20 plus minutes and this video is already getting a bit longer. Make sure you're subscribed. In the next episode, I travel to Bangkok to compete in a 260 person tournament, and Nanashi goes to his first tournament completely on his own and he absolutely smashes it. So make sure you're subscribed. Don't miss that. I'll catch you in the next one, Beybladers. Peace.
Kickstart the fitness, the health kind of factor, and getting out something to like drive the day forward. But it would also be understandable if there's anything you were apprehensive about. So before starting training, was there anything you were skeptical about before starting?
I guess it also correlates to the sort of training that I've did for myself in the past.